All right, we're back again, and now, MatMadik channel people, checking out Chip's reaction to Clash with a question mark. Clash, as in Clash with me. I'm a battle rapper boy. Um, Now thinking back at it, maybe the song has a double meaning. I mean, what's the boy's name? Dave is wearing a jacket with clashing colors all over it. So, or just talking about clashing in the industry and clashing all over the place. But whatever, it was a battle rap. This track. Let's just see what Chip's got to say.
Producers there. Cause he's too bougie.
Everyone raps but said they don't battle rap. Any little funny chat, Chippy ain't having that. Yo, with
That's a bar, isn't it? Everybody else, what they said they don't battle rap. It's funny. Just dropping it right there. I haven't seen, you know, it's funny when you got things like Hit 'em Up, Tupac, and Biggie, and all that stuff that people like to try and do diss tracks off. And diss tracks are, of course, a lot more profitable than just a good old fashioned battle you right in front, battle you 8 Mile style. But if you at least have got the balls to battle somebody in their face, then you're a lot better off. So you got a lot more credit, in my opinion, and which is what Chip does. I used to clash in school, and so I'm sure Stormzy's tried it, but to clash a proper established artist as opposed to just doing this diss track thing, again, it's diss tracks a lot more profitable, so you can see why people do that. But let's just see what this battle rapper's got to say.
the money, yeah, I be in my money bag. Everyone raps but said they don't battle rap. Any little funny chat, Chippy ain't having that. Yo, with the money, yeah, I be in my money bag. I just looked at my wrist, I got time today. Yeah, man, get.
Ooh, ouch! Just got my wrist, got time today. All right, so all that watch flexing you're doing. All right, let's just see.
The pepper, sky that dweller. Yeah, I be in my money bag. I just looked at my wrist, I got time today. Yeah, man, get the pepper, sky that dweller. Me, I'm a real good fella.
Yeah, I'm a real good fella. It's funny the way they talk that Caribbean thing. Okay, with that Caribbean twang that they bring in the grime scene, it just cracks one up. But Sky that Dweller. Oh, that's a watch brand, isn't it, or something? All right. Anyway, all right. Here we go. Wordplay.
Just minding my business. Stop that, I'll stop this. Fuck all the watches. Watch this.
Stop that. I'll stop this. Stop all the watches. Watch this. The wordplay all over the place, and then I mean in a good way, of course, as like stopwatches. But imagine stopping time just to check and watch what's going on. Sounds biblical, man. So there's a story in the Bible that's just like that. Anyway, freezing the sun in the sky one day. Anyway,
Air Max or an Air Force One.
timeless.
In my business, stop that, I'll stop this. Fuck all the watches. Watch this.
Yeah, a little click in the background. That's pure grime sound, which is Wiley sound, if I recall, from what you call it. Anyway,
Air Max or an Air Force One, 7 racket, Wimbledon. Rappers.
ooh, Air Max or Air Force One.
All the watches, watch this. Air Max or an Air Force One, 7 racket, Wimbledon.
7 racket, like a racket, like you're trying to extort people.
Rappers get up and
Wimbledon.
pretend they're into tennis. Coconut sober up.
Rappers pretend they're into tennis, like back and forth. Coconuts. Have you heard of the term bounty? Anyway, sure. The word dissing Mr. Dave and Storm's at his tennis match. Wow, so far it's just loaded, and this came back quite quickly. I mean, of course, I know how to rap. I can do it myself, but it's like I guess this this seems very impressive to people who don't really have the rapping thing down to do like what he can do. But what makes it particularly even easier for Stormzy, Chip, who doesn't run out of bars as he's known, as Stormzy has said himself. I'm like, Chip, I don't run out of bars. You said that in Skangman 4, I believe. Um, and what makes it particularly easy for someone like Chipmunk is that he is in the vicinity of these people a lot. So not just vicinity, he's in their business. It's like when I went to church, people used to gossip and get into each other's business. Growing up, that's why I'm not really keen on going back to that world. In fact, I'm not going to. But God bless him. So what am I trying to say? With that being said, yeah, sorry. When it's a bit like again like Pusha T with Drake. When these people's affairs and all that stuff are all around you every day, and there's stuff that you dig into, it's easy to just turn around and just spill the beans on somebody. But yes, he's pretty clever. Simply coming out and outing somebody is not the same as having a good diss track or a good rap about it, and which is what one could say about Pusha T's story of Adidon, which is not that lyrical. It's just a case of outing Drake. But in this case, Chip's lyrical with this. All right, let's keep going.
Contradictions, stop the cap. You on battle rap, why drop and call it clash? I don't care what watch been bust. I was clashing when they were on.
Clashing when they were on, and they do the same thing about dropping the word off so people know what's. I love this little thing. I love when little devices are kind of replicated over and over. Like one thing Drake brought to rap is to take the word like off things and just make meta, just juxtapose it instead of saying, "Oh dear," to get something about this cough. Anyway, Drake said in one of his songs, I think it was Over. About to set it off in this bitch, Jada Pinkett, instead of saying, about to set it off in this bitch like Jada Pinkett, just taking like out of there. And people were just doing that all over the place. And he just said, I've been clashing with people. Let me hear it again.
You on battle rap, why drop and call it clash? I don't care what watch been bust. I was clashing when they were on.
I don't care what watch been bust. I've been clashing when they were on the bus. You know what I'm saying? It's just taking that word off and just making the song. I wonder what kind of lyrical trend will just come after all this. Anyway, and he's talking to Chip. Sorry, talking to Dave. Imagine, or is he just talking to Storms, saying, for all the cap, you don't even battle rap. Anyways, keep going.
Daytonas, Yaughties, subs. Had them all, but what's that mean?
Daytonas, cars, yachts, subs. I don't know what subs mean. Oh dear. So I've woken up something in my chest. My throat, really. Anyway, I don't know, but what does it mean? That's dope. Isn't that, talking about, what's the point of all this material stuff?
I was clashing when they were on. Daytonas, Yaughties, subs. Had them all, but what's that mean? Man gotta watch for every day of the week, but they're still watching me.
Wow, what does it mean to have all that stuff and to just still be so small-minded that you're just trying to instigate fights to people that you don't need to? It just shows how small you are. It's like Peter Griffin is saying, when a guy's got a big boat, what he's really trying to say is, don't look at my penis. Anyway.
About clash, you won't survive. Sneaky features, come outside. Can't lie, can't.
Ooh, sneaky features. It's clever. As in not just a feature on a song, but you got the feature of a sneaky one. Come outside. You won't survive.
I'll teach you about drillings, but I'll teach you about grime.
Yeah. He's a grime lord, man.
Having none, not from one, anyone, everyone. Let him indirect on your song, holding two, all from one.
Woo! Oh no. My chest is acting up. I better just get some honey and lemon after this. Anyway, from two, all for one. Wow. I remember that song. You kept dropping one all over the place. I think that's what he's doing right here. Letting disrespecting your songs.
Anyone, everyone, let him indirect on your song, holding two, all from one.
Holding two. I don't even remember that. But
Bitches, bet they sleep everyone. Let him indirect on your song, holding two, all from one. Bitches, bet they sleep in thongs.
Talking about the pair of them, or just people like that.
Savage, Fenty ones. See Chip.
Fenty, yikes.
When I come through savage, bitches. Bet they sleep in thongs. Savage, Fenty ones. See Chip when I come through savage, bitch. It's more like 21.
Well, like bitches in the Fenty.
Let him indirect on your song, holding two, all from one. Bitches, bet they sleep in thongs. Savage, Fenty ones.
Alright, talking about the quality of bitch. Say, oh dear. I'm using that term quite loosely at the moment.
See Chip when I come through savage, bitch. It's more like 21.
Seeing Chip, I come through Savage, more like 21 Savage. The UK rapper.
21. At speed, 3, 2, 1.
21. Yeah.
See Chip when I come through savage, bitch, it's more like 21. At speed, 3, 2, 1. Then repeat. Guess that means more than one, more than two, more than fun. 2018, they want to increase, stop and search, cause black kids dying ain't fun.
Oh, alright, you're talking about Dave's Black song. Don't increase, stop and search. Oh, again, that's what I'm talking about. You're all about, like, right. Am I right? But you know what?
Ooh, now it's zombies and ride-outs. Guess it's 2021.
Ooh, no, it's zombies and ride-outs. It's 2021. I guess it's a new year. another day. Just turn over a new leaf. The hell with all that. It's like that's what I don't like about Tupac is, yeah, I don't really dig Tupac that much. I know he's like a god to to certain people, but I don't care if I don't dig his bars. I mean, what I'm trying to say is some songs of Tupac's I appreciate, but it's just the idea of one moment talking about how bad it is for the black people, blah 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 blah, the black community. When I get them, but when I'm done with the song, I'm gonna shoot them up. You know, it's like pick a side, mate. You know, um, that's why I prefer Biggie over Tupac because he just at least stick to his guns. He says about his money, and that's that. Um, yo,
Plus, I live in his head rent free, so miss. Ooh, now it's zombies and ride
3, 2, 1. Is that Rich 3, 2? No.
outs. Guess it's 2021. Plus, I live in his head rent free, so miss me with the bailiff ones. Doom doom, knocking it.
And he said, I live in his head rent free, so miss me with the bailiff one. So you come to come to my place on a bailiff one, but I'm living rent free in your head.
Your forehead from the inside. Plus, I live in his head rent free, so miss me with the bailiff ones. Doom doom, knocking at your forehead from the inside. It's me, you can hold this, son.
Right now, things get me choked up. It's hilarious living your head rent free. Oh my gosh, that's funny. I mean, people used to tease my forehead back in school, and you can see why. But yo, that's one thing. I mean, if anything, people used to diss Chip's head all the time. But yeah, nothing like dissing people because the side of their heads. But yo, that's Chip's inside. That's why his head's so big. It's me, I'm living inside.
Put these spitters all in check. All you hear is disrespect. Indirects. What for me? Don't insult my intellect.
Here we go, people. For me, don't insult my intellect. It's hilarious. You think I missed all that? And all you hear is disrespect. Yep. Isn't like when Stormzy says in that track, he just sees disrespect and Chip's like, damn straight. Let's keep going.
Intercept, interject, into grime, intersets, into dubs, into sense. They use grime, then neglect. I've been
Nice. That's a nice flow. 1 second. Oh, sorry. Excuse me, brother. Well, I'm just gonna mute this mic a sec. Okay. Sorry, I just had to cough up something right there. But sadly, anyway, I don't want to gross you out. Anyway, let's just let's keep it going.
grime, intercept. Don't insult my intellect. Intercept, interject, into grime, intersets, into dubs, into sense. They use grime, then neglect.
He's just he's saying it's like saying Stormzy infiltrated the gram scene, but he's just using it, which is what Wiley was saying. Anyways, keep going.
I've been ready, I've been heavy, I've been steady. I love heady about shelling. I've been shelly since back when Tinchy was with Benny. About
Tinchy Strider and Benny. I don't know about Benny so much. But still, that's time ago. Let's keep going. This is great.
hits, this is a hit. About shelling, I've been shelly since back when Tinchy was with Benny. About hits, this is a hit. I had hits when you were kids. I've had hits since you're big. Hangman, bumble lyrical lynch. Why you rapping?
Oh, shame. That's hilarious. Because, so he's saying, first of all, he's in the same tier as Wiley. I mean, even though he's younger than Wiley. And you're just saying that, yo, man, this is a hit, and I've had hits since you're a kid. So it's like, it's not just, I'm talking about back in my day, but I'm still got hits, and I've been doing this for time. Don't talk to me about I need hits. Again, talking to Stormzy, call them out over that, and who tried, you know, with his indirect. And then you got, oh dear, seriously, I better do something about this cough. Yeah, Dave's song Hangman. Bumba, lyrical. This is a lyrical lynch. In other words, string up with your own words.
About zombie knife, stop the lies, bear cat man, they're living nice. Zombie guys, kill spitters when I zombie slide. About Aston, you niggas ain't got my track. Everyone raps, but said they don't battle rap. Any little funny.
So Aston, he ain't got one. Some of those cars aren't his. So it's what's the man's name? Rick Ross. I really thought you owned them cars when he came after Birdman. And this is what zombie mode. You're living nice. Don't talk about. Again, it just shows you how these labels are using these people by getting them to try and play up to this image, this thug image, that essentially is making them to look like big traitors, betraying these communities that they claim to represent. hypocrisy is the word, and it smells like democracy, or the Lib Dems, creeps. Anyway, pushing socialism with the deep state across the world. Anyway.
Chat Chippy ain't having that. Yo, where the money at? I'll be in my money bag. I just looked at my wrist, I got time today. Yeah, man, get the pepper. Sky that dweller. Me, I'm a real good fella. Just minding my business. Stop that, I'll stop this. Fuck all the watches. Watch this. Timeless.
Yeah, F all the watches. Forget that. Funny how he's letting the song play out with the beat. It's like the kind of letting the beat sing for him. Nice production, but is that just like a sound that you haven't got much to fill up the rest of the song with? But anyway, no, it's because it's good old fashioned grime. Anyway, excellent. I take it normal bars come in, so shout out to Chip, man. I gotta say, Chip was getting his ass handed to him once upon a time when he tried to go up against Low Key. Low Key did the same thing to him. Low Key the demon, eh? Anyway, and yeah, now it's Chip doing it to Stormzy. So I gotta say, Stormzy's making Chip look good right now, because when the person you started a fight with just comes back to defend themselves, rightly so, from the underdog position, isn't like, you caught me off guard, but I'm still coming for you in the name of defending my crown, which I'm not trying to say is up for grabs in the first place. Just leave me alone, mind my business. Then you look stronger. So shout out to Chip for finally looking like, I mean, not finally, for coming out stronger in this one. I'm sure Stormzy will try and do something in return, but I think Chip did a good job exposing him and how snaky he's being. So if there's anything to kind of turn me off Stormzy a bit more, it was this. I could rate Stormzy for being an interesting guy, looking like Chewbacca, coming into the rap, grime, drill scene, pop scene, and taking the game to a new level. But when you're doing it off the backs of those who came before, I mean, I can't lie. Me, when I started to do grime, I did something pretty bad. There's this kid. Now I told him I didn't mean it, by the way. I just wanted to out myself right here. When I came to my high school, we did this rap. We were getting into rap. No, kids are rapping, and I was just getting acquainted with it because I came back from Japan and damn, came from Japan and I what did I do? Fell in love with this rap group called Rip Slime, and then started to look into like people like Eminem and whatnot, trying to get into this rap thing just for fun. Anyway, there's this kid in school whose mother passed away. And it's pretty weird what's going on in that school, because everybody seemed to find it funny to make fun of the guy for that. And I was like, this is crazy. So I just did this little social experiment. I told the guy I did not mean it. I told him to his face, but I just did a rap about that. It's like a diss about how people, essentially about how people are just saying that, and just able to get away with it for some reason. And when I did that, people said, "Oh wow, Madik just came after that kid, and he's just really savage." And I was like, I I didn't do that song to get popular. I did that as like an experiment. But one thing I learned, and I'm not proud of that, but one thing it taught me, and I told him I'm sorry. So I don't mean, I respect him, and if if I ever face the same situation, I just call that karma. But with all due respect, I don't even want to say the guy's name because that's not right. But I just want to out myself right. It just didn't do that social experiment. It was all sick, to be honest. And again, I have no ill intent. It was just like an experiment saying, I'm sure you're pretty sad about that situation. Why are you trying to act tough and all that stuff? And it was like, oh, he's came. And one thing I learned is that it's very weird how you can get a reputation in these war games, if you would, by being mean. And I wasn't even. I keep telling everybody, everybody listen to me. I'm not being mean. It was an experiment, but that seems to be the way people think they should get ahead. Like Kate Tempest said, people think to make it, you got to step on some necks, but don't do that. If you get a chance to just make it, I mean, not the 50 Cent cowardly route, and what I was doing, which was experiment and cowardice. But I don't have to keep repeating myself. I tell people that that's not what I'm about. I just want to be that abundantly clear. I respect that person for having survived so much. Yeah. Just learned that it's funny how people seem to, as my mother would say, hail the bastards, you know. So if you can find, because people in the long run respect people who are actually champions of true justice. I don't mean social justice warriors, but I mean actually doing real good for people, not just being having a moral superiority complex and stuff like that, but just actually doing good by the people, like Trump, I'd say. You know, whatever you want to say about Trump, check his policies and compare them to what Biden's offering. Anyway, thank you very much, people, for checking out the reaction, and I'll catch you next time. And I hope Chip eventually puts Stormzy to bed in the name of just showing these people to chill out already with worshipping of these cowards. Anyway, peace.